Hello, my name is Latoya, and I will be weighing in on Journal Entry 2 in the videos that was provided for us this week, along with talking about Chapter 1. And also, I am looking at my notes, so if you see me looking off, that is the reason why. So this week, I have learned the teacher roles in managing the classroom. What are my professional obligation, communication skill, and my role as a future educator. A lot of behavior management is focused on misbehavior. Classroom behavior is not about being the rule enforcer. However, what is important is the teacher role in managing a productive classroom. An effective classroom behavior management is a combination of many things. So, as educators, we want to teach our children character. So, it's important in our classrooms that we establish procedures, routines, our expectations for our students, and how to handle conflict in a positive way. It's also important for educators to have a carefully considered plan for behavior management before the class begin. So this helps students to deal with problems in a consistent way, and it creates a classroom atmosphere that is conducive to learning. Every student has potential to excel, and every student deserves a good quality education. As an as an educator, you set the tone in your classroom. Um, a teacher can nourish the souls of students over the course of their lives. Having a positive attitude as an educator is the most powerful tool, can truly change a classroom setting. So I like how in the video with Mr. Hester, how he was positive with his students. He let them know what his expectations was for in the classroom, and also he was so positive, and he was very affirming to his students, and to let them know that he cared about them, and he cared about the education that they are getting. Another way is to ensure students remain engaged is simply getting them moving and communicating. Communicating with your students is a major key. In the video, Mr. Hester, I like how he explained his expectations, and he said that communicating expectations never involves a solution, but does explain and remind the student of their responsibilities. So he was letting them know what he expected of them, and if they didn't do what they're supposed to do in handling their responsibilities, that there are consequences. And also, he was very consistent with his students. So that's one of those points that I did write down regarding how he was consistent, and he was very encouraging to his students, and how he always communicated with them. So with that, he was building relationships. So building relationship with students by defining expectations and boundaries, setting norms of behavior and interaction, is you are establishing consistent accountability. So it is important that students know that they are held accountable for what is required of them. Also, they are accountable for their actions in the classrooms. So Mr. Heston in the video explains to his class his expectations and the consequences and not following through with those expectations. I also like how he gave his students praise and feedback throughout the day in the classroom. Also, in reading this week's chapter, the book states that how you as an educator will be influenced by the age of your school and classroom, the standards you expected to help your students meet your expectations. Classroom management is the key in the classroom. As a teacher, it's vital to always learn the different ways to help manage your classroom with classroom rules and your expectations. Set consequences for misbehaviors and be consistent, and be mindful that each student learn at a different pace. Each student behaviors are going to be different. Everybody is not the same. So it's, as they say, you must read the room. So you always have to engage with your students, build up that relationship with your students, and let them know that they are responsible, and they have to be accountable for their actions as well. So always affirm your students so they can feel empowered. Good teachers equal good education and better student outcomes. So as an educator, you should build a positive classroom culture. So I have learned that it's good to have an effective way in managing the classrooms, and just to be that, as I said before, that positive light, and you set the tone in your classroom.